Okay, so continuing to make a mess of today. Did a lot of that stuff. So now it's about time to head back to the base. It's almost midnight. Not quite, no. 2.5 hours still. I'm not used to the 24-hour clock a little bit. My dumb ass was like, oh, it's almost 22 o'clock. That's like midnight. I'm like, no, 24. Come on. We know how many hours are in a day. Let's keep it together. Let's maybe see about... Yeah, we'll head left over here. And hopefully we'll get context about the diagnoses soon, in addition to having another sample to check out. I feel like this is the kid that I visit the least. We're in a weird little spot, and I think it was also a plague district in some of my past days.
Boiling, cracking, screeching.
It feels a little wild not having any kind of light source. Oh, she's down here. It's a little surreal having them interacting like that. The extent to which they're just very obviously babbling is so funny. What the hell? Some morphine, maybe? And then the tobacco. I mean, the drugs are more useful in my inventory than the random currencies. Such a nonsense amount of, Oop. Alright. Definitely got more resources than I had earlier. So got 2 extra nuts, got 2 extra bullets just because I can't reload my gun. Just a funny quirk of this game is that you get a bunch of bullets and you can't load them into your gun. When I press the number keys, nothing happens. Like, I'm not allowed to draw my gun until I'm in the district for shooting people. So you run around trading for bullets. And if you ever are like, no, my inventory's full, it's like, too bad. You can't actually get rid of your bullets at all. You can't load them into the gun to save space until you actually enter the district where you're allowed to pull out the gun. On one hand, I'm happy not to be accidentally firing the weird little tool all the time, because its currency, its bullets don't, its weird 20 shots of whatever they are don't recharge each time. But it does mean that it does feel weird that the controls are just kind of like missing most of the time. Hello, what are you doing in here? Orderly number 33 reporting to the emergency command. That is to say, I am reporting for duty. I am number 33. A bad name to give him, a voice to give him, because it's practically just the one I was already doing. Do you have a name? I have a number on the other side of my mask. Whoever has the number, that's who I am. As for a name, it's different each time, but the duties remain the same. Load bodies here, inspect a plague house there. A name gets replaced quickly in this line of work. I, too, feel like I'm dissolving into my functions these past few days. Why have you come here, 33? I've brought the treatment results for those unfortunate souls you examined today. Luta, Finch, and one more. I've forgotten the third. What's wrong with me? But you have everything in the papers. We'll be leaving papers like this every evening. Reports, charts, posthumous notes. What's this business about posthumous notes? I'm certain my patients were supposed to survive. Perhaps I mix things up. Perhaps they're letters of gratitude. You'd better take a look yourself. Who knows how tangled my thoughts got under this mask? That's why we keep written documentation, Doctor. Don't go far. I'm certain we'll have a vaccine. Weak, crude, the first of its kind, but it will save people, not kill them. You'll be tasked with spreading word of it, I hope. Where's the diagnosis successful? All diagnoses were correct. The town will receive an effective vaccine. Blah, 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 blah. Experimental vaccine day 4. Vaccinate the population. This text should stop going away on its own, please. That's annoying. It's a fair number of text to pop up and then have it disappear after a second on its own. A working proto-vaccine is prepared. Another day for the town was snatched from the clutches of the plague. A vaccination has to be pretty strong when stacked with everything else that's going on. But I'm here to do an examination. Material examined. Dead tissues contain no microbial culture. The pathogen dies with its host. A dead sample is useless. Uh-huh. That's what we figured. I guess maybe we didn't know that yet. I think I knew that already, but it's because this is my 5th time playing through a Pathologic game. This is an interesting sample, but the sand plague left after death. We need living tissue. I don't know if the implication there is supposed to be that I can then... do I need to reset the day and then go back and make sure not to kill them this time? When they ask us to? Curfew? Medical inspection. Protection from Shabnak. -30 contagion, that's the scarecrows. Let's remove that real quick and look for experimental vaccine day 4. -145 contagion plus 100 unrest. That's rough. Well, it causes less. Okay. Hard to argue with the results in that it's twice as effective at removing contagion as the quarantine is, and it causes about half as much unrest. So I could replace each quarantine with the experimental vaccine that day. That would help keep things under track. But I can't pick it yet. I don't know why. I also don't know what the different icons mean. Those might just be little categorization things that don't mean anything specific. But yeah, it seems like I'm not able to pick this yet, even though it says I unlocked it. Like it just doesn't work yet. It's just not selectable yet. Am I done for the day? We have the vaccine. I feel like I need to loop again. Can I talk to you? I have no thoughts left for today. All I can do is pursue the train thing, which should cause bad stuff to happen if I look into it. Because it causes an outcome that's bad for us. Oh shit, there's more in here. There was even more stuff. I'll do one more day loop because it seemingly doesn't cost me anything to do it, especially if I end up just skipping it. Not available at end of day. I believe nothing is available at this point except maybe talking to Eva. We've had today's conversation before.
He was exhausted, dead tired. Kept saying, if I fell asleep, no one would wake tomorrow. It's like he was frightened of going to sleep. Felt he had to write to rest. So what were we to expect from such a man? He who never sleeps ends up sleepwalking. An exhausted helmsman spells a ship's demise.
So, now what? He's not standing in our way anymore. We can finally act precisely.
So yeah, it's the same as before. It is true that I never seemingly sleep at any point. But I think it's just because we're time traveling past those moments in our life in the game. Just not witnessing that part of the loop. Which is funny because it projects the idea that we always sleep at the same time, which I don't think was true in any of my actual experiences during the of playing the game when it was looping. The organ. In order to start it over, I have to babysit for the kids from scratch again. That's unfortunate. Experimental vaccine, day 4. So I can do this now. Where's curfew? I don't see it. Oh, it's medical inspection. Plus minus 90 contagion with no downsides. Protection from shrap neck is 30 contagion. Curfew slightly reduces unrest. Only certain things can be swapped out. This costs 50 equipment. What am I swapping out for this right now? Medical inspection. That costs 30 orderlies. Oh, that's all of them. That's why. Okay. It's hard to keep track of what's going on with all these, a lot of, like, screens to cross-reference. This is definitely a more effective use of my orderlies, but it also causes more unrest. Musical interlude. Investing everything else in my unrest is also maybe a little silly. Okay, so I do need to go talk to Brooke again at the hospital to start the whole chain going. Anything else like respawn around here? Oh. Gotta remember to loot the clock every day. Not sure why stuff stays in the clock. Why not just have it be in my inventory already? If I can't take it with me from day to day anyway. It's a little strange. It especially might not fit in the clock at some point. Since I have my quick bar slots, I can like fit more in my inventory, so I wonder if at some point it just stops fitting, and if that becomes a problem. Good day, Mr. Bachelor. What is this noise? Turn it off now, my head's splitting. Forgive me, Mr. Bachelor, but I can't. Even if you killed me, I still couldn't. I'm not allowed. And it is your decree, after all. Unhappy with it already. Opening the gates of the underworld wasn't my intention. Fine, then. But where did you find these records? How would I know? I'm seeing them for the first time myself. They told me to stand here, so here I am. Wind up the gramophone, keep an eye on things. You may be upset, but the townsfolk like it. It's all right. Pleasant enough. And what about you? Do you really like it? Well, of course. Can't you hear how it writhes? Like claws right there, see? So full of feelings. De gustibus non est disputadum. Yes, sometimes I can't resist. Oh my god, I'm like suicidal over this music, apparently.
Tired of this noise.
I don't even hear anything. He's just standing by an empty chair. Is there supposed to be a gramophone there? There's sometimes a gramophone. I've seen gramophones around that cause me distress with my apparent misophonia. Misophobia? I don't remember. Oh, there's 2 unrest places now. I've made them angry. I wonder if I should just like hold off and apply the vaccine to tomorrow instead. Maybe, yeah. I guess that makes logical sense. I'm a little surprised they let me apply it today, since this is the day in which I derived it in the first place. Oh, there it is.
As if things are animated.
Oh, my character does not like it. Give me back my property, now! You have no right. How dare you? Thieves! Filthy thieves! Hey, don't touch it with those hands. It's worth more than you are. Ma'am, please calm yourself. Your device will be returned intact. If you wish to supervise, stand here and watch. I'm even wiping the dust off with a cloth. As for the handling of it with my guards, forgive me, duty requires it. There's no starting your device otherwise. Is that so? Then just so you know, I'll report you. I'll crush you all like the plague-ridden fleas. Just you wait. What's going on here? Mr. Dankovsky, you're the very man I need, just in time. Mr. Dankovsky, please, stand up for a woman. Protect me from this tyranny. I've lost all hope dealing with this brute. Good day, Doctor. I could use some help here myself. You see? He won't let me get a word in, the lout. Mr. Dankovsky, tell him to give my gramophone back. It's a delicate thing. It won't stand this rough handling. Please, Mr. Dankovsky, stand up for me. They're saying my name so much at me. It's making me nervous. Your property is serving the whole town. You should be proud of that, not outraged. It's not even her gramophone, Doctor. The nerve. I can't believe this. It's my gramophone, and you have no right. She took it out of a plague house. That's none of my business, but let the thing be of some use first. After that, I don't care what she does with it. She can eat it for all I care. Do you realize the danger you've put yourself and others in? How can you believe him, Mr. Dankovsky? He's lying through his teeth. I found the gramophone first, that's why he's so angry. Wait, first? What does that mean? Exactly that. Did you think all these gramophones just appeared out of nowhere? Hardly. Your volunteers are— Ow! Ow. I rolled my chair slightly and pinched my hand against the desk. Your volunteers are worse than looters. At least looters only steal from the dead. Doctor, don't worry. We were careful. We talked it through with the orderlies. They went into the plague houses, and we helped however we could. We did everything by the book. Now do you see what your men are like? Bandits, robbers, and those plague gramophones. The sound's probably infectious too, unless you douse them in alcohol or something. Just imagine plague music blaring all over town. Fine volunteers you have. Plague musicians, no less. One day they'll decide the sand pest itself came from one of my decrees. Well, it's definitely making me more manic very quickly. It's one way to fight off the apathy ticks. Damn, though.
Without luck, you can't catch a fish in a flood. Without love, you can't divine truth from blood.
There we go. Tried my best to retrace the same steps as last time. Ow! By the way. Wait, can I loot that? Yes. Oh my god. It's as if the patients are attending a public trial. The reception is at the very back of the hospital. Oh dear. Ladies and gentlemen, I have syphilis. Applause. It wouldn't diminish their sufferings, passing by all bedridden. It's a lot of supplies up here, damn. I can't even fit all the calomel I have. A reagent, plant-based dye using a microscope. Damn, I've got 4 red and 4 blue on hand. Currently just have a comically overstuffed inventory. I guess I might as well use one of these. Oopsie. To calm me down a bit.
Boiling, cracking, screeching, living.
Yeah, I should probably reconsider my distribution of decrees, because we're in a weird situation where my disease meter is like low enough that there's no more disease to fix, but the more effective measures for reducing it cause more unrest to happen, which is pretty unhelpful at this stage. Because now I've made a second violent district. Maybe I delay the application of the vaccine until tomorrow to reduce tomorrow's effects.
What?
Ah!
Misophonia, Dankovsky.
Talking to children really fucks me up in this game, damn. Quick, to the playground. I'm trying to recreate the same dialogue options as last time as best I can to get through this quickly. Laughing. I heard it laughing. I've never heard such a thing before. You've never heard people laughing before? Don't be stupid. I've heard people laugh, but for a water tower to laugh, that's just absurd. How intriguing. Let me see your pupils for a moment. Have you taken anything today? I wish, but I've got nothing to take. I just went out to fetch some water. Then the laughter spooked me so badly I turned right back around for home. Where is this water tower? Just west of here, right behind that house. It seems like no matter which way you go around here, you're heading west. I've never been this far into the wild east before. Not totally sure what that particular observation really means. Oh, another gramophone spot. So this is not a random event thingy tied to other stuff I did, but specifically it's just tied to this particular quest.
I'm all damp and washed out now.
She's back down and she's good. I'm continually being harmed by this process. I am half dead today from talking to people. It's just like my old job, waka waka.
They're murder.
There we go. So we have the note from the Harrispecs. Head back over here. Also, holy fuck, I'm dying of death to death to death.
I can't take it anymore.
Need more morphine. This might have been a waste of time if it turns out that we just can't not kill the patient. But I'm gonna try again. Because we now have the knowledge that the data is useless. Unfortunately, the game doesn't really always indicate if it's a thing you can change, or if the game's gonna have that be your only option every time and you can't do anything about it. So I don't know if you can change the outcome of this quest or not, unfortunately. Besides not doing it at all.
Yargachin, still self-taught.
And that's it? Okay, so we just have to do it, I guess. So 8 is the cap. This does have a variable response. Okay, there we're good. Tranquility. The patient's passed away was swift and painless. Oh, it gave me amalgam for being... Oh, right, because that's tied to how that mechanic works.
Town, torn apart.
You did the right thing, physician. Don't doubt yourself. We don't have much time. I need a sample of his liver. Give me a minute. Here, take it. If I were you, I'd hurry. Thank you for your help, Barak. Bis dat. Ciao sito dat. Remnants of Conjure, piece of the puzzle. My choices resonate into the future. So as of right now, we don't have much reason to think that this is improving anything. Because either we give them a more peaceful death, which is nice.
I could use some quiet.
So many playgrounds. So at least now the more peaceful death is canon, so we can all forget when I killed them painfully. That's nice. But aside from that, we have no reason to think that this is going to work. So today gave me a few new instances of dialogue and also let me see the outcome of my poor use of edicts, so that, and why I should delay the thing I did till tomorrow. But I believe we are still going to be stuck with the same information as before, which is that when you study dead samples, you don't get anything useful. Is it clipping through the floor? No, he's just really crouched down there. The pathogen dies with its host, a dead sample is useless. Need to go further. So all of that was in pursuit of useless data, basically. I think I should just avoid this train quest entirely because they specifically had me disable that one in order to continue in the first place. Let's see, I don't need to heal because when you time travel, I believe your health does refill. So it'd be wasteful to use a drug when I could just keep it for tomorrow. We're gonna want to remove this experimental vaccine. Remove decree. And instead, focus on something that reduces unrest. Since things are already doing so well today. Stopping time is fairly strong for that. That takes unrest down to nearly 0. Neat. So we could replace... I can't do that. Okay. Let's just remove them all so I can prioritize the right thing. Alright, so big vaccine for the biggest effect. Then what do we have space for? We can also do quarantine, but that leads to more unrest. Water filtration bizarrely causes unrest too, but less unrest than the quarantine and more, slightly more contagion loss. So combine these two with an unrest reducer, stopping time. That should put us, I think that put us below the first pip, so I think we still only have one layer of unrest. And significantly reduced quarantine badness, or contagion badness, so that's good. Still hasn't changed what day the town dies on, though. It just fucking explodes on that day, apparently. Like, calm down. It's an improvement, though. It looks like you can only give the vaccine once, because it's no longer an option on future days. Okay. I was curious about that. I'm like, technically you should be able to administer the same vaccine over and over again. It just wouldn't be getting any better. But it looks like each individual vaccine you develop also can only be administered once. Which doesn't make a lot of sense in universe, I don't think, but does seem to make sense canonically at least. So, I think we're now ready to go back to day 5, I think? Isn't that where everything went wrong? I think that's where we skipped to last time. But we woke up in prison last time, and that will now be undone. So I should be able to do more. But I also just kind of want to linearly keep moving forward one day at a time because I want to get the plague thing every day. That just seems to make sense to me. Day 5, in which the Bachelor will grab the only remaining thread that may lead to Simon Kane. So here we're hoping to not be in prison at the beginning of the day, and we're hoping to get the chance to talk to Stock Reuben and Bad Grief, finally. And characters like that should be around. I don't need to restart the clock thing, that's already done. Isidore is dead, killed on the very day I arrived. The same day Simon died. The town's darkest hour, my darkest hour. Isidore's study was closed on the second day. The lock jammed. I cannot investigate it. What does resetting this even do? This is a recap of all things that are broken. I fixed all those things now, so maybe I can do it now? Maria claims that the town will perish tomorrow. I think she's right. It's a gear, but I can't change it. Let's see. They trapped me in the cell. That's all listed here, and I can't undo that either, even though I did fix it. I guess I'll break that one, because it's like the only one that I can. I'm not sure how the system works here on this weird day that I've played before. But like, I undid the reason for me being arrested, so I shouldn't be arrested now. I hope. So where am I going to wake up today? I woke up at home. That's a good start. In which the Bachelor will grab the only remaining thread that may lead to Simon and Kane. Nothing in there. I have all these things from last time. Some bullets, some currency. Definitely was emphasizing red stuff at this point. So I have a lot of that on hand right now. Might not hurt to just move some of these onto the bar, even though I don't usually use consumables from the screen. I say that, I don't usually use any consumables from the bar either. I use matches from this bar, but even the healing items, I just kind of put there out of habit, but I normally use them from the other screen anyway. So what's the screen look like now? Kindness for kindness. Today Laura promised to send me one of her wards for support. Perhaps he's already here. Known by their hands. Only those who know the lines have the right to cut open the dead and extract their organs. This is where Artemy Brooke comes to the stage once again. Clean slate. If I were at odds with the Kanes, they'd refuse to speak with me today. Fortunately, we're on excellent terms. Perhaps I should pay them a visit. So we've shaken that up. Simon's closest friend and ally was a local healer, Isidore Brooke. Perhaps he knows something of his fate. Isidore's house fell silent with his master's death. His study's on the second floor. I saved Reuben from the grave. I expect that in gratitude, he'll try to survive until my visit. A few things to follow up on.
Sometimes I wonder what is beyond wonders.
Do you lie to me often? I never lie at all. Maria came to see me. Did you know her followers call themselves signs? Supposedly they read the signs of fate and align them with the constellations. She said you could never become a sign because you have all the firmament in your head. What did she mean, I wonder? I think in logical chains. Sometimes they branch out. It does resemble constellations in a way. That sounds beautiful. You've been talking about me with Maria, huh? Of course. She's in love with you, as are many others, for that matter. As if you haven't noticed. Poor creatures. I'm the worst possible object of affection. No, you're not. Just ask Tumblr and the people who drew comics based on your previous Let's Play. I saw them. If you know, you know who you are. You're a true knight. Not in the sense of courtship or gestures, but in the sense of being ready to fight a doomed battle with a dragon. It's very charming. What do you mean, doomed? I'd like to remind you that I intend to win. You're funny. I like talking to you. Funny. I can walk on my hands too if you want. That's a funny comment just because in the previous scene, I keep getting more amalgam and I'm not spending it at all, so it's wild. In the mopping scene, I could specifically talk about how much harder it is to walk on my hands, but it's like a recurring thing he thinks about apparently. His brain just goes right back to that, just firing on familiar synapses.